Top 10 most expensive vintage cars ever sold. You might think about cars as a way to get from one point to another, but for the ultra-rich, they can be much more than that. Some cars are so unique that they end up as million-dollar collector's items because of their stunning designs and rich history. From one-of-a-kind Ferraris to a $100 million Mercedes, here are the top 10 most expensive vintage cars ever sold. Number 10. 1954 Ferrari 375 Plus Spider Competizione. The 1954 Ferrari 375 Plus Spider Competizione is one of the most iconic Ferraris ever made. The car was sold for $18.3 million at the Bonham's Goodwood Festival of Speed sale in June 2014. The 375 Plus was powered by a 4.9-liter V12 engine, the largest Ferrari had used in a sports racing car up to that point. This massive engine produced around 330 horsepower, giving the car a formidable performance on the track. After its racing career, the car had a complex ownership history that included a period of being dismantled with parts scattered across different continents. Its sale in 2014 came after a lengthy legal battle over its ownership and a subsequent comprehensive restoration that brought the car back to its former glory. Number 9. 1935 Duesenberg SSJ. Back in 2018, the 1935 Duesenberg SSJ sold for $22 million at the Gooding & Company auction during the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance. This sale set a record for the most expensive American car ever sold and the most expensive pre-war car at auction. Duesenberg only ever built 2 SSJ models, making this one of the rarest cars in the world. This particular unit was originally owned by Hollywood star Gary Cooper. The other SSJ was owned by Clark Gable, adding to the model's glamorous provenance. The SSJ was a short-wheelbase version of Duesenberg's flagship Model J, featuring a supercharged straight-8 engine producing an astounding 400 horsepower, an unheard-of figure for a road car in the 1930s. With its lightweight body, the SSJ could reach speeds of up to 140 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest cars of its era. Number 8. 1956 Aston Martin DBR1. Aston Martin has a long history of making iconic cars, and the 1956 Aston Martin DBR1 is one of the best the company has ever made. The car was sold at R.M. Sotheby's Monterey auction in August 2017 for $22.5 million, setting a record for the most expensive British car ever sold at auction. The DBR1 was purpose-built to achieve Aston Martin's ambition of winning the 24 Hours of Le Mans and the World Sports Car Championship. Only 5 units were ever constructed, making it one of the rarest Aston Martins in existence. This particular car, being the first of the 5 DBR1s built, has an impressive racing pedigree. While it didn't secure an outright win at Le Mans, it did achieve victories at the Nuremberg 1000 km in 1959 and the Taurus Trophy at Goodwood in the same year. The DBR1 is powered by a 3-liter straight-6 engine, which in its final racing configuration produced around 255 horsepower. The car's beautiful aerodynamic body was designed by Ted Cutting, embodying the quintessential look of a 1950s sports racing car. Number 7. 1964 Ferrari 275 GTB C Speciale. The 1964 Ferrari 275 GTB C Speciale is one of the only 3 aluminum-bodied Competizione Speciales built by Ferrari and is considered by many to be the ultimate development of the single-cam 275 GTB. This car sold for $26.4 million at R.M. Sotheby's Monterey auction in August 2014. These Speciale models were built to homologate the 275 GTB for racing. They featured thinner aluminum bodies, extra vents, and a larger 140-liter fuel tank compared to the standard road cars. Underneath the bonnet was a Tipo 213 comp engine, a Tipo 563 chassis, and specially designed pistons, camshafts, and crankshaft. This particular unit was built as a competition car but never made it to the races. Instead, it remained as a road car, preserving its originality. Its engine produces 320 horsepower, delivered through a 5-speed manual transmission. What makes this car particularly valuable is its combination of rarity, competition specification, and excellent state of preservation. It's one of the most original examples of Ferrari's mid-1960s competition Berlinettas in existence. Number 6. 1967 Ferrari 275 GTB 4S Nart Spider. Next up is the iconic 1967 Ferrari 275 GTB 4S Nart Spider. This vehicle is one of the most sought-after Ferraris due to its extreme rarity and its status as the most expensive road-going Ferrari model of its time. It sold for $27.5 million at RM Sotheby's Monterey auction in August 2013. NART stands for North American Racing Team, a Ferrari-backed venture created by Luigi Chinetti to promote the brand in America. Chinetti specially commissioned just 10 examples of the Nart Spider, making it one of the rarest production Ferraris ever built. This particular car is even more special as it's the first Nart Spider built and was featured in the Thomas Crown affair with Steve McQueen. It had remained with the original family since new, adding to its provenance and value. The 275 GTB 4S Nart Spider is powered by a 3.3-liter V12 engine that generates 300 horsepower. It features a sleek, Scaglietti-designed body with an open-top configuration, differentiating it from the standard 275 GTB4 Berlinetta. The car combines the performance of a race car with the elegance and usability of a road car, embodying the dual-purpose sports cars of its era. Number 5. 1956 Ferrari 290mm. Back in December of 2015, the 1956 Ferrari 290mm sold for $28 million at RM Sotheby's Driven by Disruption sale in New York City. The 290mm was developed by Ferrari to compete against the mighty Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR in the World Sports Car Championship. Only 4 units were built, making it one of the rarest and most desirable Ferraris in existence. Powered by a 3.5-liter V12 engine producing around 320 horsepower, the 290mm was a formidable competitor in its day. Its Scaglietti-designed body is a prime example of 1950s sports racing car aesthetics, combining beauty with aerodynamic efficiency. Prior to its sale, the car underwent a comprehensive restoration by Ferrari's Classique department, returning it to its 1957 12 hours of Sebring specification. Number 4. 1954 Mercedes-Benz W196. In July of 2013, the 1954 Mercedes-Benz W196 Formula One car sold for $29.6 million at Bonham's auction during the Goodwood Festival of Speed. At the time, it set the record for the most expensive car ever sold at a public auction, a title it held for several years. This particular W196 was driven by the legendary Juan Manuel Fangio to victory in both the 1954 German and Swiss Grand Prix, contributing to his second Formula One World Championship. The W196 model dominated the 1954 and 1955 Formula One seasons, showcasing Mercedes-Benz technical prowess. The car features a number of innovative technologies for its time, including fuel injection, desmodromic valves, inboard brakes, and a unique tubular space frame chassis. Its 2.5-liter straight-8 engine produced around 257 horsepower, powering the car to speeds over 180 miles per hour. Number 3. 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO. The 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO holds the record for the most expensive car ever sold in a private sale. In June 2018, WeatherTech CEO David McNeil acquired this automotive masterpiece for a staggering $70 million. The Ferrari 250 GTO is widely regarded as the holy grail of classic cars, with only 36 ever produced between 1962 and 1964. This particular GTO has a rich racing history. It secured the overall victory in the 1964 Tour de France Automobile and finished 4th in the 1963 Le Mans 24 Hours. The 250 GTO features a 3-liter V12 engine producing around 300 horsepower, a feat of engineering for its time. Its beautiful styling, penned by Giotto Bizzarini and refined by Sergio Scaglietti, is considered one of the most elegant in automotive history. Number 2. 1963 Ferrari 250 GTO. Also in 2018, another 1963 Ferrari 250 GTO was sold at the RM Sotheby's auction in Monterey, California, during the prestigious Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance Week for $70 million, making it the second 250 GTO to be sold for that price. This particular 250 GTO was the third of the 36 examples built and carries the distinction of being one of only 4 upgraded by Scaglietti with Series 2 GTO 64 coachwork. Its racing pedigree includes a classic win and 4th overall finish at the 1963 Le Mans 24 Hours. The car's history also includes ownership by some of the world's most prominent Ferrari collectors. It had been in the presence of Dr. Gregory Witten, a noted collector and former chief software architect at Microsoft for 2 decades before the record-breaking sale. Number 1. 1955 Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Yulin Hart Coupe. The 1955 Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Yulin Hart Coupe shattered all previous records when it sold for an astounding $142 million in May 2022. This sale was conducted by RM Sotheby's on behalf of Mercedes-Benz and took place at the Mercedes-Benz Museum in Stuttgart, making it the most expensive car ever sold in history. Only 2 Yulin Hart Coupes were ever built, named after Mercedes chief engineer and designer Rudolf Uhlenhart. These cars were essentially road-going versions of the successful 300 SLR race car, which dominated the 1955 World Sports Car Championship before Mercedes' withdrawal from racing. Powered by a 3.0-liter straight-8 engine producing around 302 horsepower, the Yulin Hart Coupe was capable of reaching speeds up to 180 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest road cars of its era. If you love this video, smash that like button, share it with your friends, and make sure to hit subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss out on our videos.